It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we've got the Dolphins' sure-handed wide receiver. He was a walking highlight reel last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Dolphins and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're hitting their stride. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Daniels. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. 2 yards to go, second down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson on the move to his left. Pushing his way through. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 9 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. And in a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Travis. And that one too wide and incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Washington offense set to take over. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Travis going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll run it for the 1st time with Dameon Pierce. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On the return is Peterson. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. Out past the 30, 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game?
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Back to throw. Travis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Gabe Neighbors with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback we saw score a touchdown? This is a throwback type of a game. The fullback used to be a primary ball carrier. Now he's a lead blocker. Nice to see him rewarded for all of his hard work.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Now it's Crowder. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Off play action. Travis. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Travis. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2nd down, here's Richardson. He completes it to Wilson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. The Washington offense set to take over again. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Daniels. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tressway on to punt the football. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Now, hang on here. Not what you want to see, because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Travis. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Now a 2nd and 10. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Play action. Travis. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Daniels working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Daniels. Complete. It's Dotson. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He'll look to set up his blockers. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Richardson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Richardson. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
To throw on second down, Daniels looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Gregory Rousseau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Open man here is Benson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Commanders' 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Travis. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
Here's Richardson to throw. This one finds Pierce on the out route. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
A 23-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Chargers who have the lead with that game getting close to halftime.
A touchdown run for Gus Edwards. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Drake London, a touchdown reception. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. Right back to Njoku. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Back to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Now it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First possession of the second half now for Washington. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
That's good for a Commander's first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. Wiggles free. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
And a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Washington first down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
To throw on 3rd down. Daniels. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Travis. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Richardson looking to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st down, it's Benson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Benson, and he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Richardson looking to throw this. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Down right around the 25. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
That's taken at around the 40. A beautiful fake. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Off the play fake, Travis. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This one caught by Crowder. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To throw again, Travis. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. To Marcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards.
Operating from the gun, Travis. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st down, Travis. And a quick throw here that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Off play action, Travis. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, 2nd and 7. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Caught out left side by Robinson. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll run on 1st down. Benson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Benson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They run the counter. It's Benson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Daniels. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
On 1st down, Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
It's brought in by Wilson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Pierce will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Robinson's got it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Daniels. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's interference. Defense.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Travis.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
On the counter, this is Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And Wilson in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
And the Washington offense heading out. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Throwing to start the drive, Daniels.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Press way in one formation for Washington.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense.